Hello, and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3, playing as Japan on Super Large Plus Plus, starting 1890. We have made it to 1931, or rather December 1931, so it will be 32 very soon. So, this is episode 60, and I think it's gonna be an interesting one. We'll jump right into that battle that we generated at the very end of the previous episode, the first fight of the Japanese Italian War of, well, I suppose 1931, not 1893. And once we've done that, we'll of course be in January, so we'll do the start of year review, and we'll naturally transition into the War Cabinet because we haven't had that yet, and then we'll continue playing for as long as feels natural into 1932, but war years usually take longer, so it will probably not cover this. The same one episode will not cover the entirety of 32, I'm pretty sure. Now let's jump in. Yeah, I'm back, well fed and rested. So we have all these. We have the battleships in the back. Not sure if they will be able to do much. We are locked in, by the way. Japanese. These are screening. The cruiser Div 1. That does port. Light cruiser Zuma, I think, instead. That does port Ishikari. And status green. Can be on support. Screen carriers. Sure. Port CL div, no. Cloudy light breeze. We have a few hours left until new sighting. Known ship sighted. Probably maximum cap and search. I mean, hello. Can do some search, but yeah. Cap is the important thing. Dive bombers are for scouting. Now we can already see the enemies. So they are going to be going there. Suppose can ask for land cap. These can provide cap for battle cruisers. Battle cruisers will just charge forward. Forward. Why is this independent? No, we will be chasing more likely. Screen. Okay, so now this is screening CL Live 2. This is change my mind. Screen body. Not so back and forth there, but my light cruiser division status. Heavy cruiser. Yeah, they really do have heavy cruisers, of course. I mean, they are not bad for scouting, but this one has no destroyers, but now I see some destroyers. Day sighting range is probably a limiting factor for, not for light cruisers, of course, but for, yeah, sighting is less than gunnery range, so you can. What happened to that guy? Is it just turning really hard, or did it get hit by something? I don't know. So this Zara is of course quite dangerous with its 8-inch guns and, well, some armor. But if we do look at our Zuma with its 15 guns, they are not as heavy, of course. And we are back to firing high explosive classic caliber. You can see that at short range we can even penetrate the belt of the heavy cruiser with those 6-inch guns. These guys, if they get close enough, they can do the same with 5-inch guns. So, gonna angle slightly behind it so we can get more guns on target. But according to this, we are not even shooting enough. Here we have some proper ships. And what direction are they turning? They are turning. Let's try to stay out of primary torpedo range. Not quite successful, but we can at least turn hard here to try to mitigate the issue. Duma took something. Near miss. Okay, I can live with the near miss. Unless it has medium damage. Why is this gun turret not firing? Is it a glitch in the graphics department or what? Yeah, no, the angle is probably at least not visually good enough. Why are you in the back here? Zara, the Zuma, they are pouring 6-inch shell into it and actually being quite effective. This one is also going 15 knots. I think we need to curve out more. Looks a lot like torpedo range. Now we need to pull the light guys back just a little bit. Let them pepper the destroyers. There are way too many destroyers here for comfort. How many above water tubes? They have 8 each. Yeah, that can be very painful. Stay in gun range. Chase those destroyers. Come back into the fight. Select strike, ready strike. Maybe we can disrupt them a little bit. Nikita, 4 aft hit. Well, nothing much I can do about that. We have taken a hit. No, it's just a jammed turret. Now we are outside gun range, which is not nice. Need to go back in. Don't waste torpedoes on a sinking destroyers. Destroyer, please. Unfortunately, the AI does not want to fight. I don't know why. We are relatively well balanced, are we not? Yeah. See if we can get some more 6-inch fire. These guys. No. Landing at dusk. No. What about that? Should be able to do a quick strike, should I not? What if I do this? Whatever. So battleships, where are they headed? Zara fires 8 light guns at me. Actually doing quite well, these 6-inch guns, even if they aren't quality 1. At quality 0. Oh my god. Let's try not to foul the range. Enemy aircraft are approaching Battlecruiser Division 1. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Light carrier division has been spotted by enemy aircraft. Wow, I actually got hit. And here, no. I mean, it's not something I can prove, but I do sometimes feel that AA is a little bit weak, but probably prevents more attack than I realize. Dive bombing. Look at my guys, they're all over the place. Wow, 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 wow. Don't want to get alongside it. Not, we're not pirates or anything. But it is, as usual, quite disappointing that the AI is so willing to not sort of go into maintain formation and fight the battle. Instead, it insists on, well, more or less abandoning its I'm gonna order me like 100 extra light cruisers with 15 guns. Definitely happening. Do we have another burning Zara? Wow. These dive bomber, to be a little bit callous, the dive bomber crews are so green that even if a handful of them go, it's not gonna affect anything. Let's try not to get torpedo for no reason. A little bit far from our base. Where is my cruiser? The destroyer screen? In the corner here. Okay. I'll try to bring my guys back into some sort of formation. Now I lost a lot of speed. Down to 20 knots, yeah. We need to angle back to base anyway, so let's see if the AI wants to do something stupid during the night. isn't healthy. Well, it wasn't exactly a decisive battle, but fair enough. Temperamental engines. Okay, we can slow down. Okay, so he has night capable Zeppelins. I mean, I've hit things with Zeppelins before, but not very common. Have my night cables capable Zeppelins out? No, it's they were just running and they were too fast to actually catch them, so chasing cruisers and destroyers in the dark with battle cruisers, that's just not no, we actually only why? Okay, so it was even worse than I had expected. I was sure that we sank that one, but we didn't make sure, so it somehow limped back. Okay, I can see why they ran away, because they had less than half my tonnage in capital ships. But okay, ship details, sunk, log entries. It took an early 16-inch hit to the... Well, first the belt extended for aft. It took a lot of early 16-inch hits that probably crippled it. And after that, there's a lot of 6-inch hits from the light cruisers. And this is 4 and 6-inch and flooding and fire. Yeah. So these light cruisers are quite effective, actually. But it's a good first win to have. New docks are completed. We are not starting on new docks, so that's good. 9 destroyers. That's good. Malta, Cyprus. Yeah, sure, we are at war already, so why not? We have lost a sub. A raider. Okay. Then I'll go look at my PowerPoint presentation. I'll get back to you right away. And with that, we transition into the review analysis 32. Well, obviously, I'm at war with Italy now, still unallied. Great Britain and France are still allied despite France turning fascist. Tensions outside of the war are medium to medium plus, mostly with Japan, actually. Most NPC nations are not very upset with one another. We had China turn communist, and then France turn Nazi in the same turn. That was kind of surprising. France does turn Nazi from time to time, but not very often in my experience. And China definitely turns communist with some regularity, but I don't often play Japan, so I don't see it very often. So to me, it felt quite novel. I know it's not, but yeah. We stole 12-inch quality 1 guns. I think it was from the Germans, so nice. We are in the lead still, 36,500. So because of the war, I'm not expanding further. 75,000 is enough. Anything beyond that is just for prestige purposes. We had a build requirement of 25 subs, but that got removed by the outbreak of war, so very nice. We got the money for it, the budget for it, but not the obligation to build. A rather mid-year in terms of expansion of economy, but I think actually this is more normal. Last year was an outlier, and the year before that was heavy with war operations. This is not correct. Did not further diminish, so it should be like that. Budget modifier was +2 for the war and +1 for the subs. Now up from 16. Obviously, the budget expands quite a bit when you get 3 extra budget modifier because we have such a large economy to begin with. Now, I included on the bottom right here the overview from last year, where the maintenance erroneously says 29,000 something. Or maybe I have misunderstood it. Maybe if you add together these two, it's the total wartime. I believe that this box was the total wartime. But in any case, that's not actually the case, so however you look at it, because 30,000 in maintenance, that's with me having most of my old surface combatant mothballed and many ships being in for refits. So, but the balance here, 1-to-1, is pretty good for a combat effective fleet that still manages to keep building. Aircraft is doubled more than. Research is slightly up, but that's a factor of the total budget. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this in terms of it being a war. Not much to add here, really. We did sync. Did I actually swap out these numbers? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe these are actually the numbers from last year. Well, it's not too important. Not much has changed. I had to halt the building of one of my final 2 battlecruisers. 2 carriers are done. Yeah, definitely the old ones, because these carriers finished building. I designed and started building 2 new ones. I have decided, based on the combat performance of my light cruisers in the Med, not to refit those protected cruisers. I was very unsure to begin with. I'm definitely not doing it now. Instead, I'm building more of these 10 kiloton light cruisers. I'm not building any more 8,000 tonners. Not building new destroyers, but I'm refitting, well underway to refitting all my combat destroyers, the up to 33, 34 knots with torpedo reloads and oxygen torpedoes. I'm almost done with the 1500 tonners are on the way. The 1100 tonners I will do when I've finished the 1500 tonners, because these are primarily torpedo trucks. These are multi-role destroyers. I have my 30 subs, although one got sunk or didn't return from a patrol. And yeah, I guess naval patrol aircraft and other aircraft are also up. I don't know why I forgot to change that. I can fix that. Not right away. Research was fine. We're not doing anything wrong. It's just the time period. There aren't that many new techs for these years. So 3-6 techs, that's pretty okay. Light forces tech, weight savings in torpedo mounts, it just doesn't work. It has never worked. I've reported it as a bug. Nothing's changed. Probably never will. It just basically doesn't do anything. I just checked it again and it's still bugged. Aircraft, nothing really has happened. I have the dive bomber though in service, using that as a recon. And I have a patrol aircraft in the works, but we need to request a new fighter pretty much right away. War cabinet, very simple. It was a somewhat surprising war, I guess, in Tokyo. In the Navy, we are not so surprised that when Tokyo is being super belligerent all around the world constantly, should not be surprising that this triggers war. It happened countless times already. Entire 20s was one long war because of Tokyo, so maybe either calm down or just accept the fact. War goals are extremely simple. Claim as many Mediterranean possessions as possible, because then the Med can truly become sort of a secondary hub for us. Southeast Asia is just too close to Northeast Asia to be worthwhile. But if we can get more Med possessions, maybe we can get fleet up to, say, 400, the fleet cap. With some long-range ships, multiple airbases, then it would be almost as good as a home area. Strategy is also fairly simple. Do not immediately invade, because this will trigger major fleet battles, and we don't want that initially. We want to avoid those. We want to chip away at Italy, sink them 1-2 ships at a time, and even decline major fleet engagement. So cruiser actions and convoy warfare missions, those are perfect. And we will invade only when we have some sort of parity. Then we will crush the Italian fleet. We must fight this war with only 10 battle cruisers. Eventually maybe 12 once they are done, but they are still away from completion. And 4 battleships. And 6 light cruisers and quite a few destroyers eventually. But also our carrier fleet is small, 2 CVLs, 2 CLs. So we have to be clever about this. And we also need to balance repairs and short-time productions with long-time plans and production. So yeah. But let's jump in. Let's start by requesting a new fighter, I think. That should be good. Fighter, still firepower and range, I think. 7 months. These are done in 5 months, so I should start refitting in 1 to 2 months. I should start refitting the final 1500 tonners. I have only a handful of ships in repair, 2 light cruisers. My minesweepers are coming in. My subs. Move to the Med, because why not? I don't think the Italians, they have something in the... Yeah, that one battle cruiser, but that... So let's go. Coastal raid, yes. Oh, wow. Why? Convoy, yes, convoy defense, that's good. Rearrange my force. The problem here is that they could appear with superior forces. 2 light cruisers, that feels quite weak. Yeah, we're not doing that anyway, but how on earth are we blockading Italy? Where did you say? No. Okay, so now we have to change our plans, because now they are sending their doomstack. I mean, 1, 2, and we can just meet them in the middle there. That's disappointing. What do they have left? 5 battleships and a heavy. Wow, that was incredibly stupid. Really stupid. Okay, so these get added to Division 6. I have so many destroyers now that I can't really keep up with demands, so to speak. These are in reserve, yes. Are in reserve. These are working up. Can remove these from division. Remove from division, yes. From division. Division. From division, I'll need to do that anyway. Yeah, hey, sure. How many more Umodakas do we have? 4. Okay. That works for me. So Ayame, you need to be assigned to something. Ayame. 5. So 11 and 12, they can go move division to the mad. To the mad. Have more unassigned 1500 tonners? No. And we have 2 batches of these little ones, but 10,000 in the black already. I should probably wait. How is crew quality on the... This one is out for 3 months. Good, fair. Battle cruisers are good. Why is this starred? Have I broken the cap again? Over base cap, yes. But not by too much. But okay, we need to send something out of the mat because that's too much. We also sent in a lot of minesweepers, right? I think I can move these 3 to the Indian Ocean. Resurrection, that's brilliant. See if they decline again. No, it is unable to challenge, generate battle. Not typically a good place to fight a battle, but we'll accept it anyway. In the middle of the day, we are locked in, so let's run and see what happens, I think. Quick, and we will immediately go to squad max. It's just my 3 good old 29 knotters. How many destroyers did I have? Full 5, 11. Okay, that's not bad. 11 destroyers. They have 2 destroyers. Vittorio Veneto, 12 inches. I think we'll just try an early strike with. Both got hit by a 16-inch shell. That's pretty nice. Again, I'm not terribly impressed by. Oh, okay, they are actually moving in now. Oh, I am impressed. This is not horrible. No, they are probably just moving too fast, so it's not practical. I just wanted to get a sense of this. I haven't, no. Even with the oxygen thingies, that's not doable. Yeah, getting some 16-inch hits in there on both ships. Heavy damage, light damage, but it's damage. One has enough speed, so and give it a try. No. That should make it more agreeable. It's spinning. Let's get it over with, will you? Okay, is hit by a torpedo. From where? That was guaranteed one of my own torpedoes. This one is on fire. That is never good. I with the black flag again. Not very good at using the destroyers for cover. Sort of uncoordinated in their movements. Now I'm just sending them up to arrest the destroyers. Let's keep on this side of the port. That had to happen. Now you are done. No? They are so bad at shooting. Now we can take in the flag again. Nice. So we lost that destroyer that got torpedoed. And we have severe damage among some of our destroyers, but I think that was well worth it. Only medium damage, the one that got torpedo, that's agreeable. Let's see what hit the Taka, probably one of my own oxygen torpedoes. No, it was not actually a torpedo hit, it got hit in the torpedo reload and oxygen torpedoes, and yeah, it's always a risk, but I think it is worth it. So that really worked for us. No, that would be great, but no. A negotiated peace. We should press for hard terms. No, happening. Too bad. Would have been a quick victorious war. Improved float plane. Too bad it's still poor, but otherwise it's not horrible. Okay, let's save there. We have some more repairs, of course. We have these destroyers, battleship, the condenser trouble, and the 3 months for the torpedo one. Yeah, that set me back quite a bit. The Italians are now well and truly screwed. So we will do the following. We will look at invasion ranges, and since we have the capability here, I think we will go for road. Or do we want Greece? Invasion. That bad, huh? Expected enemy forces in battle. No, I will join. No upside to this. Continued operations. This is the last of the engine techs. Improved optics. Yeah, there are many years between techs now, so it's very hard. Very hard. Do they even have a fleet? I mean, we have them blockaded, so they can't actually invade. So I don't know what they are thinking. Fleet invasion, will they bite or will they just Keep it. I don't know. We'll see now. It disappeared behind here. Okay, yeah. Can't have very much. So 3 battle cruisers, 5 battle cruisers. And add 1 ship. We have some light cruisers, lots of good destroyers. Carriers, light carriers. And add a ship. So why not add a battle cruiser? We have 6 battle cruisers and all our carriers. Destroyers, light cruisers. We can do that. Enemy ships in general. Yeah, but that actually concludes episode 60. It's 52 minutes or 53 minutes or something at this point. So if we go into this invasion battle, that's going to go on for far too long. So I'm just cutting the recording here, and then I can put the rest of the battle in a next video, episode 61. Certainly been an interesting episode in my opinion. We have started doing exactly what I planned to do, but I did not expect the Italians to charge into the Indian Ocean. So the invasion plan has been stepped up. I hope we haven't bitten over more than we can chew here. I don't think so. They have ships left, but not nearly their full complement. So this is an excellent opportunity, if we can pull it off, to really put a dent into their home fleet and keep blockading them and wait for them to return to the Med and continue the process. And maybe we can even grab Greece in the meantime. That would be grand. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you again soon.